Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're an investor who uses Screener.in, you already know it's an absolute goldmine of financial data. But let's be honest, turning all those numbers into a clear story, that can be a real headache. Today, we're going to look at a tool that completely changes the game. So you land on a company page and you're just hit with this wall of numbers, right? Rows and rows of quarterly results, annual reports, balance sheets. It's an incredible amount of information and it's all right there. It's super powerful, but man, it can also be a little overwhelming. And that's the big question, isn't it? How do you actually connect the dots between all these different numbers, revenue growth, operating margins, cash flow, without spending the next hour exporting it all to Excel? I mean, how do you see the trend, the story that numbers are trying to tell you?
But what if you could just press a button? Seriously, imagine a single click that instantly transforms all that raw data, revealing the story visually. A click that just cuts right through all the noise and gets you straight to the insight we're looking for.
Well, that button actually exists. It's called the FinMagine Chart Builder, and it's a totally free Chrome extension. Once you install it, this very noticeable golden Visualize button just appears on the bottom right of every single company page on Screener. You can think of it as your new secret weapon for analysis. And the whole idea is incredibly simple, but so powerful. You go from these static, kind of hard-to-read tables to dynamic, easy-to-understand trends. And you do it with just one click. No more spreadsheets, no more manually typing in data. And when you click that button, this is what you get. A really clean, professional, dark mode workspace just pops right up, and it automatically pulls in all the data from the page. It's all designed to help you focus completely on your analysis with zero distractions. Okay, so let's break this down. The entire workflow is just these 4 simple steps. You install it once, find that button, pick what you want to see, and then you start analyzing. Seriously, it is that straightforward. Now this is where the magic really happens. As you scroll down the list and you start checking the boxes for the metrics you care about, let's say sales or operating profit margin, the chart at the top builds itself in real time, right before your eyes. It's so intuitive, and honestly, it's just really satisfying to watch your analysis come to life instantly like that. Okay, but let's talk about a classic problem, right? Anyone who's ever tried to chart financial data knows what I'm talking about. What happens when you want to compare revenue, which is in thousands of crores, with something like a profit margin, which is a percentage? How on earth do you see both of those clearly on the same chart? Well, the tool is actually smart enough to solve this exact problem for you, automatically. Normally, if you plot those two on one axis, that little percentage line gets squashed right down at the bottom, looking totally flat and useless. But the chart builder detects this and automatically creates a second y-axis, giving every metric its own proper scale so you can see every trend perfectly. Let's look at our real example with Bajaj Finance. So check this out. You can see the revenue bars are measured against the left axis, that's in crores, but meanwhile, the financing margin percentage line, it gets its very own dedicated axis over on the right. This lets it take up the full height of the chart, which makes its trend super easy to see. And boom, this is how you get the complete story in a single glance. You can immediately spot the key dynamics playing out. For example, you might see that strong revenue growth with the blue bars climbing up, but at the exact same time you see clear margin compression as that cyan line trends downward. This gives you a full profitability picture in one chart, and it reveals an insight that could take you an hour digging through spreadsheets to find, that the company's growth is actually coming at the cost of its profitability. Okay, but what happens when you get a little click happy and select too many metrics? Come on, we've all been there. You want to see everything at once, and suddenly your chart is just a chaotic mess of lines and bars. Take a look at this chart for KEI Industries. It's showing 6 different working capital metrics. And yeah, while all the data is there, it's pretty much impossible to focus on any single relationship. It's just a mess. It's too noisy to see anything clearly.
The solution is beautifully simple. The legend down at the bottom is interactive. You just click on any metric name to toggle it on or off. This lets you declutter the chart in a second and focus only on the specific comparison you want to make.
And this lets you have a much smarter workflow. Here's a pro tip. Instead of turning everything on at once, try this. Start with just one key baseline metric, maybe revenue. Then bring in another one, like operating profit, and ask yourself, okay, how does this relate to my baseline? This way, you build the story piece by piece, so you never get lost in the data. So let's just quickly wrap up what this thing really gives you. First, you get instant visualization, which means you're spotting trends in seconds, not minutes. The charts are interactive, so you can isolate data to build your story. The automatic dual access system means you can compare anything, revenue, margins, whatever, without distortion. And maybe best of all, the tool is 100% free and private.
And that privacy point is really, really important. In today's world, you need to know your data is safe. This tool does everything right there, inside your own browser. It never tracks which companies you're looking at, and it never sends any of your activity to an outside server. Your research stays completely 100% yours.
So really, the only question left is this. Are you ready to stop wrestling with tables and start actually seeing the stories hidden in the data to make smarter, faster, and more visually driven investment decisions?